Hey guys, welcome back. So, like I said, I'm going to show you how to put Kali Linux onto a bootable USB stick, which you can plug into any computer and boot into it. So let's get started. So, I am going to be using the Kali Linux ISO image, which I downloaded last time, and Universal SB installer, which you can get from the internet. Just type in, what's it called? Universal USB installer, and you can download it straight away from there. Very easy to do, and it supports Windows, Linux, all of that lot. So all you need to do is have at least a 4 gig. I think it's 4 gig. I recommend 4 gig. But the actual ISO image is 2.37, but 4 gig is fine. You can pick these up. This is a Transcend 4 gig USB, so it's a very fast USB. It works with USB 3.0, however I don't have that yet. I'm going to be upgrading soon. So it's going to want to be formatted into FAT32, so we'll go to the pen drive here and format it. So format, and it needs to be FAT32, so we'll click start and press OK. So the format has completed. Press OK and close out of that. Then open up the Universal USB installer, and user account control will be required. So it says it's an installer, it's not. Just press I agree and select the Linux distribution. So click on this and just type in Kali, and we'll look for Kali Linux. It's down at the bottom somewhere. Let me find it. Kali. I have seen it somewhere. It is here somewhere. There we go. Backtrack / Kali versions and Kali Linux. Select the ISO image. So we'll go to my folder, we'll go to operating systems, Kali Linux.iso. Select the drive letter, so for me that is M. And we'll format it as well, and press create and press yes to it. And that will start to burn, theoretically speaking, Kali Linux to our USB stick. So it might take some time, just be patient with it. Okay, so once you've done that, it'll say installation done, process is complete. In which we can move over to the netbook or whatever. The netbook I am using is my Ace TravelMate. I have the specs for this on my website. No, actually I removed that, but they will be there. And this is the bootable USB stick. This is the Transcend one that I've just thrown. 4 gigs, you can see there, 4 gigs, if it focuses, you don't mind if you don't. But we're going to be using the basic input-output system, which is the BIOS, to boot off the USB stick. And to do this, all we need to do is make sure that first the netbook is powered down. We will plug in the USB into the USB port, turn on the netbook, or whatever you are using, and we're going to hit F12 to go into the BIOS, but since this is running Windows, it's actually just going to resume with what I'm doing, so I'm going to need to shut this down. I guess I'm going to power it back on again now that it's been shut down. And I'm going to press F2 to enter the BIOS. I'm going to go over to where it says boot. So your BIOS might be different to mine, but basically it says boot here. And I can change the settings, so it should say USB hard drive. If it doesn't, here I can select where, if it should be on advanced or not, so I can see the name of each device. But basically this is how it boots. It'll boot into the USB. If the USB is not there, it'll boot into the CD. If the CD is not there, it'll boot into the hard drive. So that's the way mine's set up. So if I just exit now and exit, discarding changes, and boot, so it should boot straight into the USB. But I think some of these USB ports are actually really defective, because this is an old netbook, but we'll see how it goes. So if I press F12, I can actually enter the multi-boot selection, and you can see that there is the Jet Flash Transcend. So enter that. it'll boot into Kali Linux, and if I click enter, it'll boot into the live distribution. So I'm just going to pause it because it takes a while. Here we are in Linux. This is running on the netbook. It's not virtualized or anything, it's completely running off that USB stick. So what I can do to just prove this to you is, for me it's already detected the wireless network here, but so you might have problems. Please don't ask me how you fix it, because generally I have no idea. But I'm connected to D-Link, and this will actually let me now start using AirCrack to crack some wireless networks, and there actually is a couple hanging around here. So Linksys is my next door neighbours, it's unsecured, but this TalkTalk, Virgin Media, and this other one down here, I don't have a clue whose they are, but they are all protected, so maybe I'll hack them and see if any of them are using any vulnerable operating systems like Windows XP, and then take control of them. So if I just do an nmap, I can't remember which one of these it is, just so I can scan the network and show you that I'm not running completely unvirtualized. Map scan for my IP address, which will scan the network for IP addresses, and it should return back with my main Windows 7 desktop machine, which is behind me. It has returned 192.168.0.100, which is my desktop behind me. And yeah, so this is the end of this tutorial. We've got a netbook here running off a memory stick, Kali Linux, and I might actually do a wireless cracking tutorial if I get around to it. So thank you for watching, please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you again in the next video.